this video, we'll be looking at how to print your scrapbook files. It's very similar to other softwares you've used, where you click on the File button and go along and print. When I click on File, I have three options: Print Setup, Print Page, and Print. We'll run through each one. Print Setup is usually used when we're first connecting our printers to our computers. This normally configures with the printer that I'm connecting to, so it'll give the options for that. In this instance, it asks for my paper, the type of paper I'm going to be using often, where it comes from, and which format I'd like to have it in, portrait or landscape. So you can go ahead and you can set up your different printers there. If your computer has a PDF writing program, this is where you can go and write it into a PDF. But keep in mind that you can save a file as a PDF. Print Page does exactly that. Prints one page, whichever page I'm on, straight away. So if I click Print Page, off it sends it to my printer. And here you'll see that I have one page, the page that I was showing, ready to be printed. The final one is our print button. So once we've set up and we're using this often and we want to print our lessons for our students or for ourselves, we can go to the print option. Here we can use the print range. Again, which pages I want to use, which pages I want to print, certain pages or the entire pages. Sometimes you don't want to put the objectives or the heading or the questions. It's just the core. The number of copies and how you want to collate it. When we print, eBeam Scrapbook software has a default program set inside for the meetings functionality that it has for its online lessons. So if I was to go and print this lesson with those default settings, you'll notice that along the top of all my pages is the meeting name, the date and time that it was created. And that's found on all my pages. At the bottom it has page 2, page 3, etc. You are now able to go and change this, and that is done in our page setup option. Here's the page setup, and it has headers and footers that we can go and change. So when you saw on the work that I printed, it had meeting and date. If I go click on those drop downs, you can change those to keeping it blank or adding different ones in there. So if you're just printing this for your students and you don't want to have a meeting on there, you can make that empty. Keeping the date and time is always a good thing, so you could change it to the left corner or put it on the bottom. You can put it in any one of these blocks so that the students can see when it's made. It's always nice to have a page counter on the bottom. So you will need to go into the page setup and change it. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the Technology Training Academy.